Look at this. How many moves is that?
I'm waiting for the Rangers shootout to make a cut. You'll see.
Here's Charlie Coyle.
So this does not want to get copyrighted.
Risorto makes the save. The Rangers win. Coyle moves in slowly. Coyle.
Okay, shootout's still going on for the Rangers. I'm personally hoping they lose. That's me. I know it's been a while, but not much to talk about when it comes to that. But hey. Okay, this shootout is going into extra innings, so to speak.
Just tries to go to his backhand and beat
How do I get the comments back? Because I just removed something from it. Don't care about that one. Shesterkin just saved it, shaved it. I guess, any way you want to put it. How the hell do I get comments back? Because that's what I kind of need right now. Adam Fox. The save. Hey. At this point.
This time, a number of good moves, and Swayman went for the first one, but recovered beautifully to get the left pad out.
Interactivity, I want comments so I can watch it. I think I accidentally removed them, so I'm kind of an idiot on that.
Almost in with speed.
Oh boy, this is going to be long.
The two balls at Boston and scored have gone over the glove. And Hall tries the same thing. Tries it over the glove, but that doesn't work. Ryan Strome up for the Rangers. With a chance
There we go.
to win it.
I got the comments back. Instead of reset the modules. I'm just waiting until this game ends. Sixth inning, so to speak.
And we go to round 6. Goes in slowly and then just tries to fool Swayman with a quick release, but misses the net. Charlie Mancabone, 73, Charlie Mancabone. Up for the Bruins. Mancabone.
Come on.
Backhander goes high.
Christ almighty.
Again, he tries to get Shesterkin to move.
Again, I apologize. This flirts in and out. I have a weird connection. Oh boy. Oh, he missed that one.
It was intentional. He scored on that play at the All-Star game. Kucherov has used it before the watch. He lets the puck go. That was really good concentration by Swayman. Trent Frederick is up in round
Whoever
7.
Trent Frederick is. Yeah, it's a rare event. You'll see where this is going in a couple of minutes. Whenever this Ranger game ends, I'm kind of hoping they lose. Actually, I want them to. Oh, this is fun. Brian, do me a solid. Invite people to this, please. I don't know where the hell David's at.
Shesterkin was ready all the way. And here is Filipino.
Filipino up for the Rangers, so let's see what happens here.
He's been good tonight. Ito puts it on Swayman.
Oh, good save with the toe, Pat. With the toe. Eighth inning now for the Rangers and the Bruins.
Pat has had a workout in this shootout. Maybe the skate. Round 8, and it's the veteran Nick Foligno up for the Boston.
Nick Foligno up for Boston. So he scores.
Foligno moves in, saves
I didn't make this live to just watch the Rangers. I just want that to be on the record. It was. Well, now this kid Hunt. Oh, nice save by Swayman. It's been a while since a goaltender for Boston has won the number one. Has to be, I gotta think, before the Tim Thomas era of goaltending for the Boston Bruins. Craig Smith coming up for the Boston Bruins. And I'm trying not to do play-by-play for this. Shesterkin with the save. Jeez. Yeah, grumpy old man. The man who absolutely can't stand Trotz and wants absolutely nothing to do with him. Okay. Let's see how that is. Ryan. Wait, no, that's not Ryan Reeves. Oh, Keandre Miller. Okay. I saw a tall dude. I'm like, oh, maybe that's him. You've got to be bleeping me. Keandre Miller wins it for the Rangers. Oh, boy. God, I hate the Rangers. Okay, time for the real reason why I made this live. So, I don't normally do this anymore because I work too much. So now let's see why. 3-game losing streak. 17 goals in the past 4 games. Okay. Inability to score, except against Jarl Halak for some reason, because he seems to blow ass every single time he faces a former team of his. 17 goals allowed in the past 4 games. Old men playing when they clearly shouldn't anymore. 17 goals allowed in the last 4 games. And that's all I got. Oh, right. And 17 goals allowed in the last 4 games. How does that happen? Be honest with me. How does that happen? I don't want to hear it's Barry Trotz. Because he's playing with the cards he's dealt with. Someone above him decided, hey, you know what? Let's trade Devon Taves, replace him with Andy Green. Let's not go after, any, somewhat age-eligible defenseman. Let me bring back an old nostalgia actor, Zdeno Chara, who's 44 years old. For my own New Jersey Devils purposes, why don't we bring in Kyle Palmieri? Because screw it, he's a former Devil. Travis Zajac retired, so that plan went down south rather quickly. And he signed Zach Parise, who by far is busting more ass than any other Islander on that team, with the exception of Wallstrom and Nelson. Barzell, why do you think Trotz benches him? The dude is a turnover machine and he's undisciplined. Oh, play the kids. Play the kids. Why do you think Trotz doesn't play the kids? Because they suck. Oh, let's play Sebastian Aho. Let's play Kiefer Bellows. Let's play Robin Salo. Salo's the only one I'll agree with. What has Kiefer Bellows done exactly? Please enlighten me as to what Kiefer Bellows has done. Oliver Wahlstrom, yes, he deserves to play no matter what. But Kiefer Bellows, who else was there? Sebastian Aho. Already Zdeno Chara looks like a nice pylon in the middle of nowhere. The dude can't go anywhere without committing a penalty. If he's on the ice for a long time, he typically gives up a goal. The only thing he's good for really is veteran leadership and an occasional fight every now and again. Otherwise, it's just an old relic. I don't know what else to say. I trust in Trotz, but at the end of the day, these dudes are too old to be playing anymore. I'm sorry. Look, Zdeno Chara had a brilliant career before he came to the Islanders, with Boston for the most part. Actually, for all the parts. Capitals, I think he was actually better than what we're seeing here. But I don't get the nostalgia act. I really don't. And another thing I don't get, why do we need him? Was this Lou's brilliant idea as to I need an old gritty player? I mean, we already have an aging fourth line that ages like milk. Zach Parise is aging like fine wine. He's the only one that's doing anything, really. He's the only one, despite the fact that he's not getting goals, he is the only one who's busting ass. Oh my God, Kyle Palmieri scored 2 goals today. Great. Will he do that on a consistent basis? Because right now, what does he have? 3 goals. I'm actually going to check right now. Let's see. Kyle Palmieri. Ugh. Let's see here. So, if I go to Kyle Palmieri's little window thingy mashiggy. Okay, get this. Get this. No goal scorers on the Islanders. None of them have hit 20 goals. The highest, Nelson. Brock Nelson with 15 goals. What the hell? Zach Parise, 11 assists. Matt Barzal, 19 assists. Barzal, as you can clearly imagine, has, 30 points. Imagine that. And where's Kyle Palmieri, you might ask? Where is the $5 million man that Lou signed for 5 years? Or 5.5, whichever one it is. Kyle Palmieri. The old New Jersey Devil. You're going to love this. 29 games played. Okay, he's been hurt. He's, had the birth of his kid. So congratulations on that. 1 goal, 6 assists, and a plus-minus of -13. Jesus Christ. And you know what? For shits and goddamn giggles, I said got, not God. So religious people, don't come at me. Surprisingly enough, Zdeno Chara has a +3, plus-minus. Surprising at that. No goals, 5 assists, but I don't expect goals from him. I'm seriously wondering what in the fresh hell Lou is thinking. First year, second year, third year. Great years. They got into the playoffs. They went far. The first year, they went to the second round. The second year, they went to the Eastern Conference Final. The third year, they went to the Eastern Conference Final. Here, they don't look like they're going to make the playoffs, barring some magical, mystical miracle. I just don't see it. I really don't. You want to tell me grumpy old man here's all this wonderful whitewash and know-how. The only thing he's good for, really, is just bashing the Islanders as a whole. Yet, if it wasn't for Trotz, this team wouldn't be where they are. And I don't want to hear, I only want championships. I don't want compensation. Or what's it called? Consolation prizes. That's how you win. You improve each year, and the Islanders have done that. Now, granted, this year is pitiful. No thanks to one Lou Lamoriello. How about, for once, instead of blaming the coach, we blame the man who built the team? And I'm not talking Gar Snow. He's already got a whole mishmash bagash of BS on his list. But I'm talking about the guy who's with the team right now. Question, how come Lou Lamoriello hasn't gotten rid of Brent Thompson yet in Bridgeport? Why? What kind of naked nudie pictures does Brent Thompson have? Is he blackmailing them? Is he Chris Lamoriello's drinking buddy? Someone please answer this. The last top 6 forward to be developed under Brent Thompson was Brock Nelson. Continue to think about that little gem for a moment. The last top 6 forward developed by Brent Thompson was Brock Nelson. And I'm trying my very best to remain somewhat calm here. I'm not going to be like Sal Licata or some of these other WFAN hosts, which is now turned into Barstool Sports 2.0. I'm not going to go on, yelling rants, calling people morons and idiots and all that whatnot. But I just have a question as to why. Why is Thompson still with the Islanders? Why is he with the AHL Bridgeport? The Bridgeport Islanders, whose logo is atrocious, by the way. Yes, the designers were lazy. Wanted to make it simplistic, just the way Lou likes it. I was all in favor of Lou coming aboard, maybe as a president of sorts, maybe bringing in his own guy, own GM. That way, anything that happens, you can, you still got something out of that. But no. No, he decides to take over. And to his credit, to Lou Lamoriello's credit, what does he do? He actually helps the team and they get to the playoffs each year. Despite the COVID-shortened season, which I know some people are going to point out, I understand COVID-shortened season, but it's still the postseason nonetheless. The same with last year. It was shortened by what? Something like 56 games or something, but it was still the playoffs. And where are the Islanders this year? Well, let me take a look at my handy-dandy, I'm doing a Blues Clues reference, handy-dandy NHL app. Actually, you know what? Let me redo that. My handy-dandy NHL app. So, where are the Islanders now, we may ask? I don't think this is going to update right away for right now, but it could. So, the Islanders, point differential. Remember that excuse that Lou Lamoriello handed out? Point differential. We need, I don't care how many goals we have, as long as we have goal differential. All that happy hullabaloo. Well, the differential in the standings, the Islanders have a minus 17. The wild card, the Islanders, I don't think have a snowball's chance in hell. The second wild card team, the Boston Bruins, have 58 points. The Islanders have a lowly 40. In the same group as the Buffalo Sabres, the Philadelphia Flyers, the New Jersey Devils, the Ottawa Senators, and the Montreal goddamn Canadiens. Amazingly enough, the Islanders have 17 wins. Amazingly enough. Now, in the division, where are the Islanders, you may ask? Believe it or not, they're in 6th place in the division, with Pittsburgh and the Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes all atop the division. 70 points for the Penguins, 67 for the Hurricanes, and 66, as of this app is telling me right now, for the Rangers. What did the Rangers do that the Islanders don't? They score goals. What do the Islanders do best? What are the Rangers and what are the Islanders? The Rangers are a young team. The Islanders are an old, slow team. You can only go so far with doing the old, slow game. You really can. And I'm sorry if this thing is, all over the place. But that's the way it goes. It truly does make one wonder, what in the fresh hell is going on with this team? And I'm sorry, the frame rate is off. But it's one thing you have to ask. Why? Why, and why? Why is Lou stuck in pre-lockout era? Why is Lou only signing guys who are well past their prime? With the exception of Zach Parise, mind you. Zach Parise, the only good signing this offseason so far, unrestricted free agent-wise. Let me put it like that. Sign Matt Martin for 4 years. You sign Clutterbuck's going to be a free agent. Willing to bet money on it that he'll sign with the Islanders when he becomes a free agent. Casey Cizikas, thankfully, signed long-term. Because Cizikas is someone who, is actually good. Parise busts his ass. Palmieri, 2 goals today. Hey, lifetime. Don't be surprised next if you see Jaromir Jagr called. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Lou tries to convince Ken Danico to come out of retirement. Oh, I've seen their records, Brian. I have. I just don't get it. I don't. What is Lou's mindset in all this? He's stuck in pre-lockout mode, I can tell you that. And as much of a Hall of Fame career that he has, I can't take that away. And I'm not going to. But something has to be done. John Ledecky or even, what's his name, Scott Malkin? They really have to let Lou know, hey, get the ship straight. We have this brand new arena, and yet we're sucking. Now, part of it can be because of the 13-game road trip. But this is the second half. You should be better. Granted, the road trip was a toll. I get that. But you can't blame Gary Bettman for that. You can only blame the players. I said this at the beginning. With this old team, they will get worn out quick. Chara will be worn out. Green will be worn out. That is how this kind of thing goes. No kids, just the way Lou likes it. Not so much Trotz. Lou. Who constructs the team? Who signs the guys? It ain't Barry Trotz. Remember what Trotz said at the end of his first season with the Islanders? How they need more goal scoring? Where has that goal scoring been? Maybe with Jordan Eberle, but he was selected to go off and play in Wetland, Seattle. And yet now we're stuck with Kyle Palmieri for 5 years. By the time his contract ends, he will be 36. Oh, hey, another old man for this team. Are you serious, Frank? $7. Please tell me you're joking. And yet I know some people in some fan groups and all that will be, you shouldn't talk bad about the team. You really should. They are trying. Trying doesn't make the cow give you milk. Actually working gets the cow milk. You can't lead a horse to water, but you sure as hell. You can lead a horse to water, but you sure as hell can't make him drink it. Scoring seems to be a hindrance. You can't make the Lou sign young players, but you can make him sign old ones if they cross his desk. Name me an old player that's currently in the league right now. Hey, Joe Thornton's in the league. Lou, what about him? Sign him. He's an old wily vet. He's over, 40? The beard will have to go, but I'm sure he'll want to come play for the New York Islanders, the oldest damn team in the NHL. For God's sakes, this defense of the Islanders used to be solid. Now they can't defend against the cold. They allow terrible goals. The power play is god-awful. Whoever's in charge of it might as well just get their firing gone right now. Well, that's TickPick. I don't trust that. What is it off Ticketmaster? Let's put it this way. My brother used to work for a box office in Miami. And you'd be surprised how many of those third-party websites, those tickets get denied. That's used Ticketmaster. Ever since he told me that, I've been Ticketmaster only. Expensive, yes, but it's your shit's guaranteed. Leo Komarov signing, fucking brilliant. Thomas Hickey, remember that name. Let me sign Thomas Hickey to a 4-year goddamn deal. Who else? Well, that Komarov signing, that was just, whew. Screw getting Panarin. Screw getting, Tarasenko. One of my friends just said the Islanders suck ass. I tend to agree. Holy hell. I never thought I agree with that, but holy hell, they blow. I can't believe it. Especially after they were projected to be good. My God. They blow ass. They suck harder than a whore in a wind tunnel. Jesus Christ. Watching the Rangers, they score. That's good for you, Mr. Frank. That's never an issue. But my God, I don't get it with this squad. For God's sakes, the Dallas Stars had one of the oldest teams last year. They were able to do it. But yet, I don't think any of their guys were over the age of 40. They signed Braden Holtby as a goaltender. Ben Bishop retired because of injury. I get that. That's terrible. I get that. Lose goal differential. That ain't looking good so far. Zdeno Chara, well past his prime at this point. I think his last year in Boston was a telltale sign of, hey, you might as well retire. Props to him for wanting to play more. But I think the little full circle reunion with the Islanders, you're better off trading him somewhere else at this point. The Islanders aren't more than likely going anywhere. I say more than likely all the time, so I don't guarantee anything. Because I always say anything could happen. But when you say likely or possibility, your ass is covered. I look up at that. I've had that for a couple of years, for several years. And to think, the Islanders were a good team. Last year, the year before that, and the year before that. Despite the COVID-riddled season, he still played like they gave a damn. Here, it's almost like age has caught up to them. It's not even funny at this point. You see these guys struggle. You see them can't defend in their own zone. And Zdeno Chara's out there. It's either when he's on the ice for a certain amount of time, longer than he's supposed to be, he either commits a stupid penalty, allows a goal, or gets beat in coverage. He's not the same player anymore. Andy Green, I really don't know. He's hit and miss at times. Why do you think Trotz doesn't play the kids often? It's not because he can't stand them, I can tell you that. You look at what Barzal did today, especially in those final seconds at center ice. He gave a lob pass that resulted in a turn that resulted in an empty net goal. He's also trying too hard to be hero. And the issue with the Islanders is they hesitate so damn much they miss opportunities. Wide open lanes, they just stop dead in their tracks. Hey, wide open lane. It's closed. Oh, pass. Please tell me if I'm lying or not. Please. I would love to know why. It's not like they played a Marc-Andre Fleury or Igor Shesterkin. Or it's not like they played Andrei Vasilevsky. They played against some kid by the name of Tolkarwitz or whatever his name is. I don't remember the kid's name, but he's not that. He's like a fourth stringer, I would willing to bet. Maybe third stringer. Buffalo has their goaltenders injured. The Islanders are out one goaltender, Semyon Varlamov, because he's got COVID or tested positive or whatnot. And he's stuck in Canada for 6 games. More specifically in Calgary. 6 days, I'm sorry, not 6 games. But you see this. You see this atrocious product that's on the field. That's not on the field, on the ice. It's so bad that when Brendan Burke and Butch Goring have to constantly desecrate it, they have to constantly bash it. You know it's bad. But Lou will be like, nope, we're all good. Part of the plan. So this 3, 4, 5-year plan. Does it include sucking this bad? Did it include Zdeno Chara coming back full circle for the Islanders? If you were to tell me I could go with one of either Zach Parise or Zdeno Chara, I would take Zach Parise in a heartbeat. Hell, play Robin Salo. He's been proven to be good. I don't get it. I really don't. Kyle Palmieri, great in the playoffs, atrocious in the regular season. For those who are hearing me for the first time hearing me rant, welcome. Sorry to make that so late. And like I said, I don't come on here and do live videos anymore or my post-game show anymore. I just don't have the time. I work 2 jobs. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'm just tired. I've lost the passion to do it. But I said that depending on how the season goes and certain times, I would do a live video every now and again. And this is one of the now and agains. But for now, just leave it at this. I got to find some way to try and cope with this pain. Catch y'all on the next one, whenever that is. Late.